Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Sheher Banu. I'm ambassador of children rights and social media activist. Yesterday there was a fruitful breakout session of media influencers and celebrities about combating human trafficking and bonded labor of women and girls in Pakistan. People from electronic media and social media expressed their feelings about the seriousness of the issue. Now, let me introduce you to the participants who were present in yesterday's session. Afifa Nasrullah, Sheher Banu, Ali Furqan, Arslan Gori, Noshin Naqvi, Tabassum Adnan, Mohsin Raza Khan, Sanam Junejo, Riaz Ahmed, Amir Abbas, Shahid Ahmed, Dr. Umme Laila, Sajjad Hussain. We evolved different recommendations and ways to combat human trafficking and bonded labor in Pakistan. So, here are the recommendations and way forward. Number one, capacity building of journalists on the laws that are prevalent to trafficking in persons. There should be cooperation between the government institution and the media. There must be a collaboration with social media influencers to highlight the cases and laws. All languages must be catered to while reporting cases. Awareness through cartoons and illustrations to reach out to kids. Success stories of survivors must be reported and highlighted. Organizations and governments must collab with social media. While reporting, reporters must be made aware of the true happening of the cases. The Women's Council must be present. There must be a website on which data must be available for cases regarding to TIP. Social media platforms and blogs must be used to build a narrative regarding TIP. The Ministry of Human Rights and the Ministry of Planning Commission must work with independent social media influencers. There must be gender sensitive reporting. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask regarding the recommendations.
Thank you, Sherbano, for that very concrete and crisp set of recommendations. Do we have questions from the audience? Okay, I see a hand raised from the back. We'll start with Ji, sir.
Hello. My name is Sayyid Zulfikar. I want to add one thing. What is the role of the PEMRA? I think so. In the media, PEMRA is very important. Can you explain that? Anything? Any panel?
Is the question clear? So could you repeat the question?
I think so. FIFA is also explained that what is the role of PEMRA? PEMRA, Pakistan Electronic, under the Ministry of Information, he can play a vital role.
Role of PEMRA. Role of PEMRA.
Yeah.
Is it suggestion?
This is a suggestion.
Okay. So we should talk about, first of all, we have to talk about, if we talk about the victim. So PEMRA is always very flexible, and it has also bounded many news channels, almost all news channels, not to show the picture of victims, because either it is trafficked or or it is not being trafficked. The person who is supposed to be trafficked, his or her picture shouldn't be on media. So
No, the PEMRA role is important. Is it two-way?
It
No,
is
no. One
important.
way is
It is
they
important.
give the direction to all TV channels, give the publicity.
So you are recommending that PEMRA should do that?
Actually, actually, the primarily role of media is PEMRA is to regulate media organizations, to regulate them or to make them sure that the content being on air is not is following the code of conduct. So media is basically regulating the PEMRA is regulating the media organization.
The other thing is that this is the ethical duty of journalist. So there should be, a collaboration between the government and also with some organization like SSDO is working and many other organizations who are working on humanitarian based. So there is a responsibility because PAMRA is only tackling issues what is like he has mentioned you all the detail about it because it is not the duty of PAMRA to ask TV channels to talk about human trafficking and all that because it is the all duties board.
In our
Right. Do we have any
session,
other question?
in our
You want to
session
add?
yesterday, we discussed so many things, many fruitful things, many irrelevant things. But one thing is very much clear: we expect so many things from media. Media is just an information organ. We can't expect beyond the limits and beyond the expectations things from that organization. So the main issue is this: what we should do actually. We should prioritize our priorities. Organizations like SSDO, like USCFP, LOCPION should gather the stakeholders for media, stakeholders for media. Our owners have different priorities. Their commercialism, their glamourism don't direct them to cater the issues, the serious social issues. So the organization should sensitize the persons, especially the area reporters, correspondents, for the sensitize them for the cater the issue, for covering the issue, so they can make it the priority, make it the serious issue.
Before that, joining DW channel, I had been associated with many Pakistani news channel as well. So it was my own will to work on these issues. And I was not being asked by my own news channels or by PAMRA to work on trafficking, to work on social issues. I think there should be a kind of awareness because people are not aware. The same case is that PAMRA is also not that much aware. It knows things, but it is not clear about many things. Like the organization who are working on awareness about trafficking and smuggling of migrants and humanitarian issues. So such kind of organizations are contributing for the welfare of society. So not only this, but journalists are also being aware because of such kind of organizations, because of such kind of campaigns. So we should do that. You are also working in some development sector, and you particularly know about this issue that we are fixed to some particular beats. So working for an international media is a kind of that is giving you the opportunity to talk about those things that are always untackled and that are always unanswered and that are always unreported in the community and in the society. So this is not only my particular my choice, but also their own choice.
Right.
It is all that.
Thank you, madam. I think we have DG Media over here. Would you like to add into this? Also, since I'm a part of the National Commission on the Rights of Child, I would like to just tell the panel and the audience that the National Commission is working in close collaboration with PEMRA and media personnel, and we are ensuring that child-sensitive, gender-sensitive, and victim-sensitive reporting is ensured. We are holding capacity-building sessions of media personnel to ensure that reporting is sensitive, they're sensitized to reporting that. Do we have a comment from, is DG Media present over here?
Hello, Sohail Asif, Director General PEMRA. On behalf of PEMRA, I'll let you few things. Number one, since its inception, right from 2002, PEMRA is doing lots and lots of job regarding this subject. In collaboration with Ministry of Human Rights, in collaboration with the Interior Ministry, FIA, and many other departments of Government of Pakistan, and at grassroots level, along with these social NGOs and others. We have 10% of the total broadcast time, which is meant for the public service messaging. And different ministries, departments, and organizations sending their service messages to through PEMRA to these TV channels, and they are airing, dedicating much time to these social issues. It's not the only social issue. There's a number of other social issues, but we are providing a ground to all those who concern, we are providing them 10% of public service message time for the general public. In addition, if you see many channels, including if you will see morning shows and other telecast broadcasting, it's either entertainment TV channel or news TV channel. These topics are always highlighted on these TV channels and PTV as well. So there's a misconception that PEMRA is doing nothing. PEMRA is doing a lot for this social cause. And if there is any other further query, I am available here and my office is open to all. They can come to PEMRA headquarters for any query, anytime. And we are all the time available. Thank you.
We can take one more question before we wrap up the session. Okay, I see a hand raised over there. Sir, please make it short.
Yes, it would be short. My name is Nisar Khokar. I am from Sindh, Karachi. This group is very close to me. Being a media person, I was expecting much more suggestions and recommendations are way forward. Just simple and brief. Why couldn't we make any network of media persons which can highlight and sensitize the issue to the audience? I mean, it may be from print media or digital media or electronic media.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll add in that it's good idea, but we'll go a step forward as well. A group of all stakeholders is required, not only media persons, because in our yesterday's discussion, we concluded that there is no follow-up in the cases or the recommendations which was previous year finalized, and there was no follow-up on that and no feedback, no follow-up on that recommendations. So not only a group of journalists or media personnel are required, but a group of all stakeholders, including media, bureaucracy, parliamentarians, or civil society organizations, in order to combat this menace more effectively. Yeah.
Then there should be also a cooperation between all the stakeholders, because whenever we are going into field and we are finding some data, we are always suffering lots of issues regarding information. Because if we talk about being a journalist, I don't think if anybody agrees to me, but this is all what we are facing throughout in our field, that whenever we are going for some data information and we have to collect some data, we have to go to all kinds of from the bottom to top, but nobody is there ready to provide us the accurate data, because no story is being published without data. We have to include data. So there should be a collaboration between the high officials of all, there should be a cooperation. There should be a flexibility between FIA and journalists, and then police and journalists, and also social welfare and journalists. Then there should be a flexibility in sharing information and data to those journalists, because we have to submit that, and we have to include things related to data, and we have to prove our stories, because it is almost incomplete. So there should be a cooperation.
Agreed.
And there is a Urdu phrase, we say that jungle mein mor nacha kisne dekha. So as ill luck would have it, we as media, which is the fifth generation warfare, we are not using this tool more effectively. This is very essential topic, but the media is not being used effectively. We can engage media outlets, the journalists, the influencers, and more importantly, we can engage nowadays, the activists of social media. There are plenty of social media platforms, and those have the outreach. We can use TikTok, we can use Facebook, we can use Twitter, we can make short clips, and the same short clips could be, could be access to the school, colleges, or the education institutes. So the media is not being used, which we discussed yesterday.
Agreed.
So
Thank
yeah.
you, sir. Because of paucity
In
of
addition
time,
to
I
this,
think.
a little bit that we have been talking about some personal also awareness that if nobody is going to channelize you, you can also share your awareness. Like we had been talking about some sign language, that if you are in some problem, you have to share this kind of sign language to others. So we can also share that such kind of messages through your own social media.
Totally.